How's it going, guys? Cody back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, before I start this video, the chair that I went through yesterday is there. That's what's left of it. Literally, like, I end up cutting me back on all that across there. So yeah, that's what's left of the chair that I went through. I'm probably going to go through this one as well very soon. And then the next one, and then the next one, until I'm sat in a corner of the kitchen or sat on a couch or something, or like up in the bedroom upstairs or something. Right, guys, this is a story about female prison officer arrested on suspicion of corruption and smuggling. Now, this could be any prison in the country, guys, but it's actually the super prison, the Titan prison, HMP Berwyn. Super in only its size and its failings, guys. It's a category B/C prison in Wrexham. Has the ability to hold up to 2,100 prisoners, but apparently can only hold up to 1,600, according to female Kelly, who's a prisoner's girlfriend, whose fella's currently in that prison, because it hasn't got a hospital wing or something. Right, guys. So this is in story in the Liverpool Echo. The reason it's in the Echo is because it's, even though the prison's in North Wales, it's actually full of Scouse prisoners, just like Strangeways is, which I'm going to cover shortly. So headline reads, female prison officer arrested on suspicion of corruption and smuggling. The 26-year-old woman was taken into custody after the searches at her home and the prison. A prison officer was arrested this morning on suspicion of smuggling and misconduct. Officers from the prison corruption unit arrested the 26-year-old woman at 8 AM this morning. At the same time, searches were being carried out at her home and inside the prison. The officer from Wrexham currently works at HMP Berwyn, a Category C super prison that is believed to house dozens of Merseyside criminals. A spokesperson for Merseyside Police confirmed that she was detained by the team from the North West Regional Organised Crime Unit on suspicion of misconduct in a public office and conveying prohibited articles into the prison. Doing searches at the property near Wrexham, officers investigating the incident recovered phones and other property. A coordinated search was also conducted in the prison, during which prohibited items were also recovered. Danny Khan, the acting governor at HMP Berwyn, said, a member of staff from HMP Berwyn has been arrested as part of a successful joint investigation between the prison service and the North West Regional Organised Crime Unit. We have a zero-tolerance approach to corruption, and those who break the rules will face the full force of the law. Detective Sergeant John Davis from the NWROCU said, this arrest is yet another example of the work the NWRCOU and Her Majesty's Prison and Probation Services have undertaken in the past 2 years to tackle the problem of corruption within prisons. This, I hope, will reassure those honest, dedicated and hard-working staff. Members at HMP Berwyn that if they spot the warning signs of people engaging in corrupt activity and report it, we, the NWROCU, and Her Majesty's Prison and Probation Service will take positive action. Now, I don't know why the Northwest, the Northwest Regional Organised Crime Unit are getting involved in incidents in North Wales, because it's out of their jurisdiction. Well, they're the police guys, they do what they want. And they don't like criminals because they don't like competition. Same with prison officers, guys, to be fair. Obviously, prison officers, when you're talking corruption, you've got to look at ordinarily, it's bringing contraband in, spice, tobacco, other illicit drugs, mobile phones, charging leads, etc., etc., USB sticks, all the usual. And the thing is, guys, right, by actually the officers bringing the drugs in, it undermines, obviously, the reason why they're there. It undermines the security of the prison. It also fuels violence, because where you've got contraband, you've got debt. Where you've got debt, you've got fear, intimidation, bullying and violence. And it actually fuels the cycle within prisons. Now, as a prisoner and stuff, I understand why this goes on and stuff, and I completely get it. You've got to think as well is this officer, she could have been threatened into carrying this action out. She could have fallen into a sexual relationship with a prisoner, and he's got pictures of her in a uniform which clearly show her face and her tits out or something, and he said, listen, you better start bringing me contraband in or I'm going to go to the top brass in the prison. You're going to lose your job, you'll get arrested, could end up in prison yourself. It could just be that she liked the prisoner that she's got pally with. Her mobile phones will be seized, obviously any electrical items. They'll download all the calls, deleted messages, even encrypted messaging apps like WhatsApp, download all the information. And she's going to be out of a job. I mean, obviously, we can't say that at the moment because it's obviously she's under investigation, as the police call it. But she's been arrested on suspicion of corruption and smuggling. The governor of the prison, Russ Trent, has also been removed from post previously in a separate story. The POA passed, the Prison Officers Association passed a deal of no confidence in him. But I heard rumours from inside the prison that money had gone missing and sticky fingers, and he'd offered some PEIs out, physical education instructors out in the car park as a former Marine. A lot of bad things going on at Berwyn, guys. I've heard from a female subscriber of mine whose fella's currently in the prison that said that he'd gladly swap his Cat C to go back to Cat B, Walton Jail, which is rife with cockroaches and stuff like that. What does that say about HMP Berwyn, the super prison that's already had problems, guys, with people throwing drugs over the walls? I did a video before the prison opened saying that they're supposed to work on Mandela rules and all this stuff, and calling a cell, calling it a room instead of a cell is going to aid rehabilitation. It's fucking clueless, these people. I said this before the prison opened. I said it's going to have the same problems of every other prison. It's not even at capacity, guys. And we're seeing that they've had cell fires, staff corruption, countless staff corruptions. The prison only opened last year, 2017. The heater broke in the prison as well, which you've got to think this is a new build prison, guys. Do you know what I mean? It's been designed for the 21st century. It's 2018, and I've heard nothing but bad things about the size of the cells and things like that. You'd think that every prisoner would have a single cell in this prison. No. Heard nothing but bad things about the prison, and I knew that the prison, calling a prisoner by his first name or his last name, or knocking on a cell door before you enter and saying that's not a cell, that's a room. I mean, we are fucking hell for the most part. We're some thick fucking criminals, aren't we? But we know the difference between a room and a cell. A travel lodge is a fucking hotel room. That's a room. This is a fucking cell. When you're locked in and you can't get out and there's bars on the window, you can call it what you want to fucking call it, mate. Still a cell. Do you know what I mean? You're still deprived of your liberty. You're still going to have them a range of motions, and you're still going to suffer with a mental health. Do you know what I mean? Because being in prison, your mental health goes only one way, and that is down. And people slash up, and people attempt suicide, and sadly seek suicide as a way out as well, which is tragic. Let me know what you think about the story, guys. Like I say, this isn't anything new. This is happening in prisons up and down the country. You've got to think as well, this officer could have done it for financial gain, because she can earn a month's wage in a single drop, depending on the amount of drug and stuff like that. It's big business, guys. And like I say, a female officer, again, if it was up to me, if I was in charge of the prison system, I would get rid of female officers. Not in a sexist way, just in the regards of it's going to cut down on sexual activity between prisoners and prison officers. Guys are less corruptible than women. And like I say, these young, 26-year-old, I believe this woman is, young and inexperienced officers, experienced cons, masters of manipulation. Prisoners use every situation to their advantage and manipulate every situation to appease them and their friends inside there. And it obviously fuels the drug market within prisons, where you've got contraband, you've got debt, where you've got debt, you've got fear, intimidation, bullying and violence. Let's leave it there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.